Today we got a brand new teaser for Black Ops 7's campaign posted on the official Cordis YouTube channel that Treyarch literally haven't touched since the pre-marketing for Black Ops 2 13 odd years ago. Absolutely insane. So the cutscene they posted is called The Lesson That I'll play for you now.
2025 was just the beginning. A necessary first step. Once again, you shall know fear.
Obviously we see Raul Menendez here with a bunch of computer screens in this dark room, and he says 2025 was just the beginning, a necessary first step. Once again, you shall know fear. And this does appear to be the exact same room, or at least similar to the level 1000 dark reflections from Black Ops 6, which Treyarch confirmed in their recent podcast are all teasers for Black Ops 7. And lots of people are saying, well, is Raul Menendez dead? Is this posted after the videotape that he recorded that was then posted today in real time on the 20th of June 2025? Black Ops 2 is now officially set in the past. How absolutely insane is that? Although the technology present is present in the real world, it's definitely nowhere near on the mass scale as portrayed in Black Ops 2. It portrays a much cleaner, technologically advanced world than reality, but a lot of the themes in the campaign are coming true in the real world today. But is Raul Menendez still alive, and was this posted after this? Because of course, Black Ops 2's campaign ends after his assassination.
This video is triggered to play upon my assassination. Cordis, you know how to proceed. My death will shine light upon ubiquitous darkness.
Well, I don't think so. I think he is definitely still dead, and this brings me on to the background of dark reflections. I think that is what we are seeing. We are seeing a dark reflection. Either this is some kind of artificial intelligence made of Raul Menendez by the guild, or some sort of glitch in their system, or it's a fragment of David Mason's mind. Slash, it could potentially be the early days of the archetypes from Blackout's storyline in Black Ops 4 with the specialist stories. I think the campaign is largely going to be some sort of weird hallucination or something inside of David Mason's mind due to experiments or hallucinogens or technology that's been hooked up to him by the guild. And we're going to be seeing a fragment of Raul Menendez haunting his mind. I think that is what the campaign is going to be portraying, as opposed to him actually being live. I think Raul Menendez will essentially be in place of Reznov for Alex Mason in Black Ops 1's campaign, where he was a villain inside his head. I think this time we're going to be seeing something similar with his father, and we're going to be seeing a lot of weird truth bending in this, and I think this is backed up by what they said in the Call of Duty podcast, which they even posted a clip of saying it's all in the details with a magnifying glass, and I'll play that for you now.
This is significant, right? Like, fans have already picked up that this looks very much like the BO1 interrogation room. But what it represents may not be what people think. So when we think about this moment in Black Ops history, and also David with his father, Alex, who obviously didn't experience this, but might have heard about it from Uncle Woods, might have read CIA reports of what happened if he went back looking what happened to his father. Maybe his dad mentioned this when he was a kid. But the symbolism here, really, with the table and the monitors, is the loss of control. This symbolizes David's own loss of control as well, manifested through this imagery. Does he experience this through the story? How does it manifest? Like, there's tendrils back and then also forward, which is really interesting.
Because to me, this suggests basically the entire campaign is going to be inside of David Mason's head, and we're kind of going to be reliving a lot of his memories and thoughts in different ways, and maybe even some of the stories Alex Mason told to him as a child, which is why we seem to be seeing some old campaign missions teased, both from Black Ops 1s and Black Ops 2s, because there might be some flashback missions where we sort of relive it, but in a warped reality generated by the guild. And, you know, I've speculated before, if this is tying in with Operation Blackout and the archetypes, it could be because in order for the guild to create the archetypes themselves, which we don't know how are created, is that they need to build their characters on memories of them. So for example, if they want to build one of Alex Mason, they need the memories of his son, or I guess the same could be said for Menendez, etc. And the reason why I think this dark mirror is referring to Menendez is because this reminds me of the teaser that we got, where of course David is touching the screen following this red butterfly, and then the screen shatters, just like a mirror. And clearly they're taking inspiration from Black Mirror here with this kind of vibe. And this is reality shattering, which I think is just kind of a fragment of his mind. I think they're really going to try and do a repeat of Black Ops 2, but from a near future standpoint, and this time with his son instead, where you don't know what is real. But I really strongly believe Menendez is dead. Now let's talk about what we see in the cutscene itself. There are a bunch of monitors, and this is showing the Cordis movement rioting across the world, and different rockets and things exploding, and lots of destruction. Now a lot of this took place in America that we saw in Black Ops 2, but one of the computer scenes actually shows the Eiffel Tower in Paris. So is Paris going to be a campaign level? I'm not exactly sure, because a lot of the Black Ops 6 marketing just had nothing to do with the actual campaign, so we'll have to see. And us seeing Paris, I think, makes a lot of sense when a lot of the campaign seems to be taking place on Avalon, the cancelled Warzone map that's been repurposed for the campaign, and that of course is set in France as well. So we won't be too far away, so if there's chaos happening in Avalon, it's probably happening across France, especially the capital. But it does seem like the movement of Cordis and the aftermath and the riots after his death have gone global, similar to what was depicted in Black Ops 3, which is confirmed to still be canon, so I definitely think he is still dead. On one of the computer screens we do see the Cordis logo as well. Other than that though, there's not really much to make out with the rest of the computer screens. They're just generic footage of destruction and riots. There is some text at the top, but it doesn't appear to be readable, and the recording is in fact glitching and stuff like that. And he does appear to have a like Henry the Hoover in the bottom, but maybe this isn't actually that. Maybe this is something to do with the experiments or hallucinogens that maybe David Mason is under, and this could be a bit of the truth bleeding into his mind. Lots of people are saying that maybe the cradle from Black Ops 6 is going to be to do with this campaign yet again, which if it is, that would be a very boring storyline with what the Pantheon were up to, which obviously worked with the guild in their early days before they became this mega corporation come 2035. I don't know what happened between the 90s and then, but they've changed massively and gotten a lot of funding. Maybe that's the early days of Operation Blackout or Project Blackout. I'm not exactly sure, because again in the recent podcast that they did, they said that the butterfly being red is important. Now previously what people were thinking it was tying in with Menendez's locket, similar to how a butterfly opens its wings, or other theories like that, but maybe simply it's because it ties in with the cradle, which was red as well. And I really hope that's not the case. I don't even know what they were trying to do with Black Ops 6's campaign. The story was just so weird. Tying in these hallucinations with zombies is cool lore-wise, but it doesn't make for a good COD campaign. It makes for some fun missions, but narratively-wise, it just becomes a mess. And of course, from the teaser, it's a new voice actor. That much was obvious because unfortunately, his old actor passed away, but we don't know yet who is confirming the new one. I really do hope, though, the writing team does a good job in getting Menendez's character right, even if it is just a fragment of David Mason's mind. I hope it doesn't butcher what made him so great initially and one of the best Call of Duty villains of all time, because people have literally been posting clips from Black Ops 2's campaign to correspond with the dates in the real world of when they took place, and they've been going mega viral on all social medias, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. They've been getting tens of millions of views, and I think they've been growing outside of the Call of Duty audience itself towards general fans, because they're seeing the parallels with the campaign, especially with the stuff in Iran and what's happening in the real world, and it's kind of freaking them out a little bit. Honestly, Call of Duty don't even need to do any marketing for this game. The fans are doing it themselves just by posting all Black Ops 2 clips, and that's a testament to just how good Black Ops 2's campaign is, that it still holds so much weight to this day. The emotions, the themes are all still so relevant. The writing was really peak back then. They were trying to tell something and not just trying to create generic slop and just trying to cram microtransactions down our throat. They had a message to say, and they really harped on it well. Now, I'm sure you've already seen the news, but it has been confirmed there's not going to be wall running in the campaign or exo jumping. I know in the COD HQ recently you could do these movements, but it seems to just be left over from Infinite Warfare. Now, these have been rumored for a while, but the initial leak just said wall jumping. So it seems like you can jump off of walls and sort of bounce off of them in certain places, but you are not going to be able to full-on run like you could in Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, which is a shame because I was hopeful that this game would feel quite different to the recent Call of Duty games we've had in the COD HQ, but it's going to just seemingly be another generic game. The movement's probably going to feel quite similar with an evolution to Omni movement with the wall wall jumping, but that's about it. I don't think that'll change the gameplay that much, to be honest, but this is because canonically it's set, of course, way before Black Ops 3, but even then, I think by 2035, they could at least have some kind of wall running. I don't think it would be that far out there, but this is really disappointing to me, and I think it's why we shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves and getting excited by, you know, a pre-rendered 3-minute cutscene, which is amazing and one of the best reveals we've ever gotten, and it was one of the most unique and innovative ones as well, but that's not indicative of what the actual campaign products will end up being like we saw with Black Ops 6's teaser, with Saddam Hussein, Bush Sr., Margaret Thatcher, etc. They all just basically played no role in the actual campaign. Even the messaging of the truth lies ended up not playing a role, apart from the subversion of the marketing being completely not like what the game ended up actually being like, or Adler barely being involved in the campaign, and it seemed like he was going to be the main character, and he was the fan favorite character from Black Ops Cold War as well, so it's really jarring they decided to focus on new characters instead that people didn't care about. But that's literally all we can take out of this cutscene. Now, lots of people thought pre-orders were going to be going live for Black Ops 7 today, because this date, which obviously is the date Menendez released the YouTube video, was shown in the reveal trailer or the teaser trailer for Black Ops 7, and then GameStop seemed to imply that pre-orders would be going live on this date, but this appears to either be a mistake, or they're going live later tonight, or this was just an employee misinformed, because pre-orders are not live. Now, there is a GameStop page that is live for Black Ops 7, but the pre-orders are not yet live, unfortunately, and I'll leave a link to that down in the video's description. But yeah, all it says is coming soon, and the description for the game is just the same one that was shown when we got the initial reveal. So pre-orders are not live today, unfortunately. I don't know when they will be, but maybe they are going to be posting more teasers, little snippets from the campaign similar to the one we got, but it's not today. Now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this was never even planned for the marketing, because it is such a short clip that doesn't really tell us much, and it's just making people think Raul Menendez is alive, when I definitely do not think he is, because it was confirmed canon in the Black Ops timeline that that's a canon event that he dies a while ago. However, when the usual time when Call of Duty post teasers swung about, everyone was complaining because they thought we were getting absolutely nothing today, and then half an hour after when they usually do it is when this teaser was posted. So I wonder if they scrambled in about 30 minutes because they saw all of the backlash, and then they just took a little clip from the campaign, or maybe something they were planning later on in the marketing cycle and just posted it now to get it out of the way. It's very much possible, or was this planned? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think they always had this planned, or did they just scramble in response to the backlash? Now, maybe there's going to be more over the weekend or next week. I'm not exactly sure. It should be Season 4 Reloaded for Black Ops 6, so I'm not sure if they want to coincide with that, but maybe some stuff will get added into the files regarding Black Ops 7 when that does. And of course, Call of Duty confirmed that their full reveal is going to be later in the summer, so it's not going to be soon. I don't know what later means, but I'm expecting something not this month, going into July, maybe even August, maybe even September. I don't know how far they're going to drag it out. We will get a reveal at some point, but I'm expecting at least a full reveal either late July or August. Zombies reveal probably September. But that's all I wanted to say in this video. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.